Hey everybody, I wanted to let you in on a little secret of mine. This is the key to my build, especially on higher difficulties and at higher levels when the enemies really start to get kind of stout. Alright, and it's called the Mark for Death Shout. This is my great equalizer. This is my one thing that makes even the hardest difficulties seem like, I don't know, you're almost cheating or something, okay? Now, why I call it my secret is, you know, out of the forums and chat rooms and Facebook pages and stuff that I've been on and talked to other Skyrim fanatics who talk about their favorite equipment and builds and spells and shouts and what have you, this is one shout I hear almost never mentioned, and to me it's the most single overpowered thing in the game. That's how I feel about it. Having used it, this thing is beast. It will make any build of yours just dominant, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'll show you some without and with examples. Now, me hacking away at these Imperial soldiers here was without the shout, and it took me a little while. Okay, now let me go ahead and aggro these guys. Alright, hit them with a full blast, the Mark for Death shout. Give it a second to sink in, and you will notice that if they don't die from me hitting them, some of them will actually die just outright. Because the trick to this shout is that with the third word, you can actually start to leech their health, as well as not only break down their defenses and all of their resistances. And notice how quickly they went down, and Uthgerd, what are you doing? Really? Okay, I must have aggroed him with my shout. She's gonna stand there like it's cool. Alright, so anyway, let's find a little stouter enemy. Alright, take this Snow Bear, for example. Okay, count how many times I have to hit him here, and without the shout, you'll see that I really have to work at this guy. I have to hack away at him quite a bit. Now, true enough, I'm using base level equipment, but, you know, be that as it may, still, I'm having to just go to town on this guy. Power attack after power attack. And you see that my damage is minimal at best. Thank God Uther's got his attention, or I'd have been dead a long time ago. Okay, now let's go ahead and compare it real quick to a full blast from the Mark for Death. Alright, now I'm going to get somewhere this time, because I know this guy can two-swap me. Okay, now, the secret to the Mark for Death shout, why a lot of people probably don't use it, having experimented with it, they say, oh, this thing doesn't work, is you have to let it simmer. You have to let it sink in for a minute. I think there's like a little hidden gauge where it goes from 0% to 100% effective, okay? And the longer you let it sit, the more it breaks down your enemy. Now watch. And that's all she wrote. Okay, now you see how, I don't know the exact numbers. All I know, it's just an extensive amount of butt kicking that you can do once you let that shout really sink in a little bit. All right, so let's test it on a dragon. Conveniently, there's one around the corner here. Okay, now we're going to sit here and pelt him with arrows and fireballs and what have you. And we'll see that we're going to do minimal damage. Now, the good thing about dragons is when they land, they sit there for a minute, and then they usually fly around a little bit and do a few flybys and, you know, skate around you a little bit and try to snipe you. Okay? So, in the course of their flying, you can let the shout sink in. Alright? So let me get up here and bust this dude in the face with a nice full blast. Let that sink in, give him some time to think about it. Earn a little respect with this guy. There you go. Take that. Alright, and you know he's going to fly away. Now, that gives the shout time to simmer a little bit. Okay, so now that he's landed, now let's see what happens. Bam. Bam. Okay, now it's chunks of his health. It's not just little slivers, but it's like, you know, 15, 20, 30% of his health. Okay? And let's take a look at the equipment I'm using, and you'll get an idea of just how strong this shout is. I'm using this weak sauce little hunting bow here with a minor shock enchantment on it. Okay? And it's not just me, but I have Uthgerd equipped with, you know, base level stuff. I'm using iron. I've got her equipped with, I believe, steel weapons and stuff, but she's using her default bow there. Okay, so it's not like she was running around with Daedric bow and Daedric arrows to make up for the damage I wasn't doing. No, we were both just using this weak stuff, and we knocked that dragon down in no time. Okay, as you'll see, we are playing on Legendary here. with base, you know, iron and steel gear. I mean, it's nothing exceptional. All right, so it's the shout doing the work, and that's the point I'm making, is if you're using even better equipment on lower difficulties, you will be 1- and 2-shotting elder dragons and stuff. And you'll be like, wow, but you have to let the shout sink in. That's the key to it. And once you do that, you will find any enemy. It doesn't matter what. Dragon priest, ancient dragons, I don't care. They'll all be whittled down and be weak as skeevers once you're done with them. Just hit them with that shout. And if the dragon's really tough, hit him with 2 consecutive shouts and let those really just sink in, and you'll find his health will just disappear. All right? And that is my trick. That is my secret to a dominant build, regardless of the equipment you're using or the difficulty you're playing on, or whatever your playstyle is. Mage, barbarian, I don't care. Doesn't matter. Stealthy guy, you're going to be destroying everything in no time. All right, so y'all have fun with that. Take it for what it's worth. And if you want to catch another video, click that top left box. If you'd like to go to my playlists and see all my different videos, click the bottom box. And if you'd like to support my channel and subscribe and keep up with what's new, then hey, click that box over my head. All right? I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all take care and have fun. Bye-bye.